evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. I'm your host, Skeptically Speaking.
And I am Sweet Pea from across the pond.
And do we have a good show for you? Thank you so much. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, and Substack. If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. Support us on Cash App, Venmo, and Patreon. Please like, share, and subscribe. We could use your support. How are you doing today, Miss P?
I'm doing good. I had a lot of thoughts about the show that we done yesterday, and I can't wait to see what you've got for us today.
What did we talk about?
Yesterday,
The days blur together, do they not?
trans rights yesterday.
Park ranger.
I do
Park
think
ranger got fired from her job for simply displaying a flag. A custom that goes back quite a ways.
Oh yeah. Yes, it does.
And the worst that she could have gotten is a slap on the wrist and don't ever do it again. But no. See, they want to scare us into compliance.
No, exactly.
And we're gonna
I think
talk
it's
more about
disgusting.
that.
Trans people have every right to exist, just like everybody else. There's, we're all people.
Well, not according to right-wing MAGA Republican fuckwits. But we've got a lot of stories to cover before we even get to the main topic of discussion. I mean,
Okay.
But anyway, before we do that, do you have any news that has come across your desk? Any intelligentsia for us?
Apart from Trump is an insufferable cunt that didn't arrest Putin in Alaska when he had the chance.
What a fucking display
Coward
of cowardice, impotence, and cuckoldry. I mean, you name it. He literally had our troops on bended knee rolling out a red carpet.
For a war criminal.
Vladimir Putin. For a war criminal. Exactly.
Who's got an arrest warrant out for him? He rolled the red carpets out for a guy who's got arrest warrants out for him. And he let him walk on by. Like the fuck. No wonder people call him Taco Trump.
Trump always chickens out, just to make sure you get the acronym TACO. Trump always chickens out. Yes, he does. And you want to talk about chickening out. We have a story here, fresh off the presses. Copper prices. It looks like U.S. copper firms are using tariffs as an excuse to keep their prices high and to price gouge. The biggest U.S. copper wire manufacturers are still raising their prices even after most copper imports received tariff exemptions. More evidence that powerful corporations may be using the uncertainty and chaos of tariffs as cover to pad their pockets. Oh, you mean like during COVID? When they artificially inflated prices and blamed COVID for it.
I was going to say, don't big corporations do this shit anyway?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yes and no. I mean, you have to have really good cover in order to pull a scheme like this off. And unfortunately, this provides excellent cover. I mean, it's just unbelievable how we're letting these corporations price gouge, and our cowardly chicken shit president, Donald Chicken Trump, cannot stand up to these big business, these monopolies. He's too chicken to stand up against these corporations and say, you will not raise prices on the American people. Because that's just exactly who and what he is. He is a coward
A good
and
for
he
nothing chicken shit.
bends over backwards to megalithic corporations, Fortune 500 corporations, and billionaires in general. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, this is just his MO. He's trash, really. When you get down to it, he is absolute trash. And because he's a complete and utter fuckwit when it comes to, you know, economy as a whole, he's literally bankrupting states. Did you know that certain states are on the brink of bankruptcy?
Yes, and they're depending on blue states to support them.
Well, yeah. We
Mm.
used to call out welfare queens in this country, and unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
it was used against black women. Basically, it was targeted.
Yeah.
The point is, um, we called out black women who were.
What's that?
This was during the Reagan administration. Um, it, Anybody who was on welfare, we said, oh, they're leeching off the system. But you know who the biggest welfare queens turned out to be in this country?
White people?
Yes, but more specifically, I know this is pop quiz
White
time.
women?
Mm,
Housewives?
the biggest welfare queens in this country. Don't get hung up on the word queen. I'm just using their rhetoric.
Oh, so
You
like
know this one.
white Republican women.
Mm,
Mm. Oof. All right, tell me. The suspense is
billionaire
killing me.
billionaires and multi-billion-dollar
Oh,
corporations. Yes,
yes, of course it
because they
is.
always got
Yes, of
their
course it
hand
is.
out. They always got their hand out. They always want more
Mm-hmm.
subsidies. They want more bailouts. They want this. They want that. I tell you what, this government is giving them everything. They are making bank.
Oh,
They are getting, and
why didn't I think of that?
we the people are getting the shaft because we haven't learned.
Yeah.
Right wing conservatism does not help this country.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Of course it's the billionaires. Of course it's them always asking for the hands out and the tax cuts. That was so plainly, obviously in front of me, but it is so early
It's
in the
okay.
morning, I cannot competently think at the
When you
moment. I'm
think
going to drink more
welfare
coffee.
queen, think of a corporation, think of a CEO, think of a billionaire.
Elon
That's
Musk.
that's who they are. They're always leeching off the system. They're not paying into the system what they should be. And I think we need to go back to a more progressive tax rate
Yeah.
in this country. We need to start
Mm-hmm.
taxing billionaires like we used to. Well,
Yep.
because we're not doing what we should be doing, guess who gets to suffer? I'm going to play
The
you a
working class
video.
people.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you think.
Maybe y'all saw the news out of Nebraska today. Our state has, in fact, gone bankrupt. Due to his tariffs and the loss of all of our migrant farm workers, our state has lost over $500 million. It's so bad that Governor Pillen had to call and ask him for a bailout, and we don't know if he's going to give it to us. My husband.
I mean, it's almost as if we tried to warn them. It's almost as if we tried telling them this is what's going to happen if you elect that fuckwit back in office. Because evidently, the first 4 years of the Trump administration was not enough to convince the American people that this fuckwit knew fuck all about economies and how they work. I mean, you tell me. You Somebody help
They
me
were
out.
warned. They were warned.
What could we have done?
They didn't want to listen.
What could we have done? Because the top economists in this country came out and said, based on the metrics, based on the data, here's Kamala Harris's plan, here's Donald Trump's plan, here's what's going to happen under Donald Trump. And they showed rise in prices, they only used the data. They only used what he said he would do. And they said, okay, let's play this out. If he does what he says he's going to do, here's what you can expect in our economy. Every single one of them said our economy is going to falter. The prices of common goods are going to go up. The GDP, you name it, everything is going up. Not GDP, but you know what?
Deficit.
Oh yeah.
I knew what you meant. Sorry, I think I got like a bite or something on my leg and it's like extremely itching.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to ignore it.
Absolutely, just atrocious.
It is.
What these people, I mean, it's like nothing we did, nothing we said could convince these people, you in danger, girl. And now, look at what's going to happen. You've lost your farm labor because the only people that could actually do the work were undocumented immigrants. And when I say undocumented, I do not mean illegal at all.
Nope.
I wish they would find a better term for undocumented, because undocumented leads people to think illegal, something's wrong.
Yeah,
and it's
they're not illegal.
They just don't have all of the paperwork to make them citizens yet.
Exactly.
You know, and what's interesting to me is that they keep trumpeting Reaganism and Reagan this and Reagan that. It's like they are so far from what Reagan actually stood for open borders. He actually talked about having the border wide open so that we could have immigrants come to this country. Now, let me caveat this by saying what he was saying is we want low-earning workers in this country to keep wages stagnant. And that's indeed what has happened in the last 35, 40 years. Wages have gone stagnant, not because of immigration, not because of the open border, whatever. That has nothing whatsoever. Corporations have been allowed to steal and pay horrid wages. When a corporation pays wages so low that the worker has to rely on government subsidies, that is stealing from us, because they are forcing us to subsidize their workforce. That needs to be called out. What say you?
No, I definitely think that needs to be called out. I think that is absolutely disgusting. And if they actually tax churches and billionaires and millionaires and all the other ones that are not paying their fair share of taxes,
we'd have enough
be able
money
to budget things.
We'd have enough money for healthcare for all. Who knew?
Exactly. I mean, is having a healthcare system like Europe such a bad thing? I'm sure half these people don't understand the difference between communism and socialism. Like, they really honestly don't.
Healthcare for everybody, that's communism. Let's listen to the rest of this.
Okay.
Gird your loins.
My husband and I did used to own a farm here in Nebraska, and thanks to the loss of all the workers, I mean, we went bankrupt, and bankruptcies in our state overall are at a record high right now. It's still just so weird to me because we all voted red. I mean, Nebraska, every county, every district overwhelmingly voted red, and that seems to have been the reason that we're all out of business now. And that just doesn't make that much sense.
Okay, I think I just got it. You
stupid, vapid bitch.
Okay, well, hold Before you crucify her, if you look at her name is Satire Now.
Oh.
She is Now,
Oh,
now,
okay.
her portrayal of a MAGA voter isn't too
Is
far
spot
off.
on.
Is not
Yeah.
too far off. It's just slightly exaggerated, but not by much. Because these same
Mm-hmm.
Trump supporters are the ones crying in front of camera saying, we're going to lose everything. We're going to lose this. We're going to lose that. And oh my God. It's like that
Mm-hmm.
lady who was so excited about ICE kicking everybody out and this and that. And then when Kerr County flooding happened in Texas, remember that? What was she saying
Yeah.
then? We need somebody to help us. Why isn't
Yeah.
everybody? We voted
Yeah.
for Trump, and
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We're not rich
Mm-hmm.
like everybody else, but come on, we're still
Yeah.
people. It's like,
In the same
really?
breath,
Now.
she was laughing at innocent people dying
Yep.
and getting deported. Yet now, because it all of a suddenly affects her personally, now it's all of a sudden, give me money.
Yep.
Like, go fuck off. Go fuck yourself with a serrated dildo.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, it's true. I mean, these people are impervious to learning. They cannot learn until it affects them personally. Unfortunately, and this is why I keep saying this almost every other video we make is white America must suffer. That is the only way we will learn that MAGA and Trumpism, conservatism are no good. It hurts. It's like the toddler who bites other toddlers in the nursery. And only then, when the mother grabs the toddler's hand and bites on the hand of the toddler, oh, that hurt. Yeah, it hurts. You see what happens when you bite other people? That's what they
Yep.
feel. And we're talking to grown ass adults that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and have not learned a fucking thing in life. They have
Yeah.
not learned any empathy. They have not learned to realize, oh, there's a reality outside of my own, and I should be concerned about that, even though it's not effective. How many times have we seen comments of, well, it didn't happen to you. What are you worried about? Why are you concerned about that? It's like,
I
really?
seen a comment like that last night. There was some Trump supporter up in a live. I was
Of course it is. Of course it was.
Douglas live. I could never pronounce his name.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. Yeah. And there was a Trump supporter up on the panel, and they literally said, well, it didn't happen to me, so I don't care.
Exactly.
And I was just like,
It's like, okay, you have not
it's so
learned.
disgusting.
It is, and let's watch some more.
To me, I mean, if you vote for a party, shouldn't they protect you? Shouldn't they pass policies that will help you stay out of bankruptcy? And I mean, it's not just the farms, but the whole state is going under because we voted red. When you're a farming family like mine, I can see now that it is important to think before you vote.
To be honest, I didn't hear that last part when I first watched this video. But when you first hear it, you think, God damn, are these people all that they are that stupid. But her specifically, she does videos like this to showcase the stupidity of the
I'm
mega voter.
glad.
Let me show you some comments of, under this video. Bailout, that's socialism. You can't have that. Everyone in Nebraska just needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and work harder. Isn't that what they tell us? Has Nebraska considered canceling Netflix and stop eating so much avocado toast and coffee? Starbucks coffee? Because that's what they tell the young people. Oh, you're spending money on this. No wonder you're not rich like us. No wonder you don't have your own home. As if stopping Netflix, avocado toast, and gourmet coffee, as if those three things would actually get somebody in a brand new home. Abso-fucking-lutely not. No. Unbelievable, these people.
What they need to do is tax the billionaires and millionaires and all the other people who are not paying their fair share of taxes, renovate abandoned homes, and put homeless people in the abandoned homes so they have a place to be.
Yeah, I
Get the
mean
healthcare system working
there are
properly.
tons of homes that have just are sitting idle because and
Mm-hmm.
not to mention homes, entire blocks that are being bought out by these hedge funds. These fucking
Mm-hmm.
hedge funds that want to monopolize the home industry. I mean, it's like there should be laws
Exactly.
against this.
And there should be laws against it because not only are they stopping honest working people from getting their first homes, but they're driving the prices in the real estate up so high. It is so
Yeah,
expensive now for first time buyers to try and get their own properties.
yeah, it
It's
is, and it's good.
disgusting, and there should
And the
be
price,
laws put
it's
against
going to
it.
go up. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. As if we needed
Yeah.
more bad news. I'm saving the good news for last, but yeah. Just
Okay.
what you wanted to see. Radioactive shrimp. Walmart is selling radioactive shrimp. This is the Great Value Raw Frozen Shrimp brand. And it seems to have radioactive isotopes. See, this is why the Food and Drug Administration is so vitally important. And this is why certain practices are required when businesses handle food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this reminds me of Abbott Laboratories back in the day. They tried getting around the FDA. They tried pulling shenanigans out of their ass. I mean, they were just. It got to the point where the government said, you know what? We're going to put a consent decree on you. That means you will not be able to sell your product until you prove to us, to our satisfaction, that it is made with certain criteria, with certain standards, certain quality. You can't sell in the U.S.
And just think, if Trump hadn't cut the funds for the FDA,
Yeah, he used Elon Musk and Doge to do it too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
So now we have radioactive shrimp that can be seen dancing at a rave.
That's great. That's wonderful. I mean, hey, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just, you know, death
Uh,
by Trumpism and MAGA is too slow and drawn out. Speed it up.
it is.
Get some radioactive shrimp from your friendly Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
The same Walmart
And
that is literally
did
paying starvation wages, forcing us, the
exactly.
taxpayers, to subsidize their workers. I tell you what, these corporations are so fucking psychopathic. They will pay their
Mm-hmm.
workers so little to where they have to rely
Mm-hmm.
on government assistance, which means taxpayers, and then they sell radioactive food to you. And only when they're caught. Oh, oops! Oh my goodness! How did that get in there?
Didn't anybody find these cuts a little fishy in the first place? Sorry, I have
Yes.
to.
Mm. I'm going to contemplate on that. Mm-hmm.
Also, as well, I meant to ask you earlier, how are you doing?
Great. I mean, I'm just great. I'm having the time of my life living in the most Gestapo fascist country, probably besides Argentina. I mean, we're just Russia and China. I forgot to mention them. Oh, North Korea, yeah. Hungary could be worse. Poland is on the brink, but hopefully they snap out of it. Italy is run
Well,
by a bunch of fuckwit wanker fascist Nazis, which begs the question. You know, it brings to mind the complaints of TikTokers who've traveled to these places like Greece and Italy, and it is. I mean, I'm talking about black men and women, and it's no surprise to me how racist they are. And look at the governments they're electing. Italy went full fascist. They've got entire Nazi parties holding rallies in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
Burn it all down.
Okay, enough of the bad news for now. Good news is it looks like the scientists have developed a new mRNA vaccine which helps block malaria parasite fertilization process. Basically, the
Ooh, that's
parasite
good.
that makes the host develop malaria. And malaria, people who've gotten malaria have had flare-ups. They get flare-ups ever so often. And that, I didn't realize it, but that's due to parasites.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? But
That was really good.
this vaccine would help block it. I don't know if it's
the vaccine is good.
Well, yes, but I don't know if it's an exact vaccine against malaria itself, but against the parasite that allows the malaria to develop. I wish we
reckon.
Yeah, go ahead.
I reckon we take a vote because Trump claims to be such a brave man. I reckon that he should volunteer for malaria vaccine testing.
I wouldn't believe it anyway. I don't care what. I don't believe anything this administration is telling us. So, nah. But you know what helps with malaria? Ivermectin. Where have we heard that before? Yeah, ivermectin, the same thing they were using to they were abusing ivermectin to treat COVID and to prevent COVID. Ivermectin actually works with malaria. It helps.
Because it's a parasite.
It's an anti-parasitical. Yeah.
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 Doesn't
Amazing.
help for COVID. Does not help for COVID.
Yeah, it
You cannot take an anti.
It relieves certain symptoms, but it is not recommended to take for COVID at all. Because if you're taking a medication...
It's dewormer at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, some, like horse paste, yeah, that's a dewormer. When you're taking a medication other than what it's prescribed for, you could cause permanent damage to your body.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they say don't abuse certain drugs, because they are geared towards certain things.
Yep.
And this is why certain people have gotten injured by certain medications, because they may not have had what the doctors said that they thought they had. But that's another topic. We don't need to go into that. But yes, the bear is safer. Did you know that a bear is safer than an actual man?
Mm-hmm.
You're wondering why I've got these graphics. This, if you look at the top, you've got the man and the woman on your left-hand side. This man, this fucking asshole, stabbed her multiple times. They were newlyweds, so we're gonna get into that. But before we do,
another man stabbing his wife. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, one of the biggest threats. Who knew? One of the biggest threats to a woman is a well, what can I say? Significant other, boyfriend, boyfriend. It's just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't learn. Let's see if I can. So, a man in a road rage. Okay, I'm sorry. I've got the wrong guy. He didn't stab her, but... So, man in a road rage showdown kills innocent bystander who happened to pull up next to him at a stoplight, cop says. The picture I'm actually looking for... let me see if I can find it.
Which one are you looking for? I might have it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, what
Because
one?
we
Are you
just
looking from the one from yesterday?
uh no, that's the war on trans.
No, I mean the picture of the guy
Yeah. I thought I had it.
who murdered his wife. I've
Mm-hmm.
still got it because I done the graphic. I'll drop it in Gmail for you.
What's it called?
I um, is it that one?
Yeah, that's the graphic, but I don't. Let's see. Oh, it was the war on trans. We included it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this kind of so this story ties in. Let me see if I can boost this up. This story kind of ties in with this one.
Yeah, because I was humming and ahhing about adding that picture to today's background because we added it to
We
yesterday's
we
background.
just released this video actually today.
Yes, we did.
But if you look here, this man stabbed this girl, his wife. They were just newly married and apparently they were having some problems and they were discussing divorce. And he just killed her, stabbed her multiple times, and then ran off. While she was bleeding to death, she told bystanders that her husband had just stabbed her and she died at the hospital or either on the way to the hospital. That ties into this. The bear is safer. There is a discussion that started back in 2023, 2024 about who's safer. Who are women safer meeting in the woods? Is it a bear or a man? Well,
But
the bear is actually safer, turns out. A lot less people are killed by bears. Who knew? But a man is somebody, especially somebody who you think you're comfortable with, who you think is,
it's safe.
So anyway, so this un- emotionally unregulated chode literally gets angry. And let's read. A woman picking her mother up from work was killed after she was caught up in a road rage incident that had nothing to do with her, Arizona authorities say. Yarly Ashley Hermosillo, 27, was in the passenger seat of her boyfriend's car when they went to pick up her mom from work on Saturday. Her 4-year-old son was also in the car. That's great. A kid is now traumatized. They were at a red light around 11:45 p.m. at the intersection of whatever, when a gunshot suddenly rang out, sending a bullet through the front windshield and striking Hermosa in the face. Hermosillo's boyfriend sped to the nearest hospital, but she did not survive her injuries. This is what they're having to deal with. A unregulated, an emotionally unregulated fuckwit decided to pull a gun, shoot, missed, hit someone else. According to probable cause arrest affidavit, detectives later learned the suspect, identified as 33-year-old Jesus Preciado Douston, had been involved in a road rage incident with another driver. The other driver told cops he was going down the road when a pickup truck pulled out in front of him, causing him to slam on his brakes. He honked his horn and drove around the pickup and came to a stop at a far right lane. The truck, occupied solely by Douston, pulled up next to him in the center lane. Police said the driver yelled at Douston to watch where he was going. Douston allegedly pulled out a gun and said, "You want some of this?" When does a good guy with a gun become a bad guy with a gun?
It just takes one accident.
Or deliberate act?
Exactly.
Think
A
about
fit of
this.
rage.
A good guy with a gun, that's me. I have a gun. I've just pulled it out. Boom. Now I've become a bad guy. I was a good guy up until I pulled the trigger. That's all it takes. This is why we should not have unfettered access to firearms. Okay, yada yada yada. Friends told cops that Dustin came to his home on Saturday night and appeared upset. Oh yeah. He admitted to his friend of being in a road rage incident and shooting in the opposite direction of the man he was beefing with, and then the shot hit a person. He shot in the opposite direction? Why? I mean, he was just so worked up. He's like, I gotta pull the trigger. Boom. And then just shot it. Dowston stands accused of second-degree murder and aggravated assault, among other charges. The suspect also was involved in another road rage incident about 2 months in which he punched another driver in the face. I think that is terms for having your guns pulled, having your guns yanked from you, because you are not of sound mind. You should not have access to any firearms.
If there was better gun laws, reforms, and things in place, better checks, better mental health checks to make sure people that are not unstable like this, they shouldn't be allowed to own guns. I'm sorry.
We really wanted to bring this family justice, and we were so pleased we were able to get this guy off the street after the fact. After,
like, if they knew he was a danger, they knew he was a ginger, they should have taken his guns off him immediately.
This country is guilty of negligence. Sorry. No, it's true. It's guilty of negligence.
Yeah, definitely.
Yarly was a loving wife, a devoted mother, and a beautiful soul, blah, blah, blah. She had 100,000 followers on her food and recipe-focused TikTok page. Her family started a GoFundMe account to raise funds for her funeral. $27 gone. All because we allowed a fuckwit chode. I tell you what, there needs to be mental checks. There should be mental checks on people who want firearms. And if you if you do not pass, you do not get firearms.
Exactly. And I'm sorry if that seems a little harsh, but that's what needs to happen.
It's not harsh enough. That's just the first step. I mean, when are we going to get it through our fucking heads? Unrestricted access to firearms does not make us safe. This fuckwit right here, this bearded fuckwit, I mean, wait until I get into this one. This one sent me to the moon. Argument over cooking steak. Argument over cooking steak leads to a man stabbing his mother in the heart, stepdad in the face.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. A Florida man stabbed his mother and stepfather after she confronted him about cooking a steak that was not to be eaten until the next day. And the incident unfolded around 2 a.m. Friday when Fort Lauderdale police received calls from a naked man bleeding and running around in the area. Probable cause arrest affidavit said cops found the man, who then told them that he and his wife had been stabbed at the nearby home. Officers barged into the home and found the suspect, 34, Jose Manier IV. They also discovered his mother suffering from multiple life-threatening stab wounds. Paramedics took her to a local hospital where she underwent emergency surgery. She had several lacerations to her arms and was stabbed in the heart. Her long-term prognosis is unknown. I thought she had died. Okay.
I hope she survives. I really do hope she survives, because nobody deserves to go through that. And I hope they lock that fucker up for life for attempted murder. Like, is his dad, or is his stepdad okay?
Well, he was the one running around the neighborhood trying to get help. He was like, "Help, help." I mean, he was just bleeding from. Detectives later spoke with the stepdad, who said Monier lives in the home on and off. On that particular night, Monier was in the kitchen and began cooking a steak. His mother told him that the steak was not to be eaten until the next day and asked him to stop cooking it, cops wrote. Monier allegedly refused, which sparked an argument. In addition, Monier was wearing his mom's headphones and refused to give them back. She went to her husband, who was trying to fall asleep, her, and he told her to let it go and call police and have him arrested. Otherwise, he told her that Monier would kill her. Officers
What the
wrote.
fuck?
So evidently, he has a past of being violent and threatening. This isn't the first time he's done this. In addition,
I'm sorry.
yeah, while they were speaking, Monier allegedly busted through the bedroom door and began stabbing his mother, unprovoked, with a kitchen knife. The stepdad chucked a glass bottle at Monier, who then turned his sights on him. Monier allegedly cut the victim on the left side of his mouth and tongue. The stepdad ran out of the home for help. Wow. The suspect stands accused of attempted murder, aggravated assault. He also faces charges of battery on the police officer of allegedly spitting on a cop. Wow.
He stabbed his mother over a fucking steak.
Yeah.
Don't you think it would have been, a lot healthier? A lot of a better response to stop cooking the steak and go and cook something else. That would have been a healthier response,
Yeah.
a more mature adult response.
And in other news of mental illness and gun ownership not being compatible, a woman who believed her neighbors were murdering and raping people. She prays to God to guide my bullets like you guided David's rock.
What the fuck?
Remember David and Goliath?
Yeah.
A 64-year-old Minnesota woman allegedly said a prayer before shooting her neighbor because she thought the victim was murdering and raping people and heard her digging graves in the basement. Yeah.
Why wasn't this...
Yeah.
Why wasn't this elderly lady sort of checked on more? Why... Jesus fuck.
Ava Koch, 64, stands accused of second-degree attempted murder, 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon. According to probable cause arrest affidavit, deputies with the Winona County Sheriff's Office responded 10 p.m. Tuesday for a call about a shooting in Elba, a small town in southeast Minnesota. A witness told deputies he was playing video games in his home when the victim called his cell phone and asked him to come outside. When he walked up to the victim's car, the witness saw she was slouched under the dashboard. He also noticed several bullet holes in the windshield and driver's side door.
Jesus fuck.
The victim said she pulled her Jeep into a parking lot when someone started shooting at her. Bullet fragments struck her eye and entered her brain, cops said. Her Jeep had been struck by bullets 7 times. Cops learned that Koch lived in a nearby apartment. Deputies went to speak with Koch, who was allegedly very cooperative. She claimed she heard noises from outside but did not go outside to investigate. Cops noted there were several holes in the bathroom screen, which were roughly the same size as the bullet holes in the car. So she's shooting from her bathroom window.
What the fuck?
On Wednesday, Koch called 911 and told dispatchers she tried to contact the FBI and wanted to talk to local cops about possible homicides that were occurring in the area, according to police. She allegedly said that she moved into her apartment. The victim and witness were already living in a neighboring unit. Defendant told deputies she believed witness and victim were murdering and raping people. She indicated she had heard them digging graves in the basement of their apartment and believed that there were people and kids buried there. This sounds like a conspiracy theory. Let me see.
Either that.
Comet Ping Pong Pizza Parlor in New York. Remember that? When they were alleging
Yeah, I do.
that Hillary Clinton and top Democrat officials were abusing kids in the basement of this pizza parlor. Turned out there was no basement. But somebody brought an AR-15 into the pizza parlor and demanded that the owner come out and show him where the kids are. Cox said she didn't want to hear them anymore, so she grabbed her son's rifle, shot at the victim's Jeep as she was pulling into the parking lot. Before shooting, she allegedly said a prayer along the lines of, "Guide my bullets like you guided David's rock," and fired 7 times because the number is referenced in the Bible several times.
Oh my fucking hell.
After pulling the trigger, Cox told deputies she felt at peace and said she didn't care the victim was injured. For the affidavit, she allegedly hid the rifle behind her stove and put the shell casings in a potted plant in her living room. After obtaining a search warrant, cops allegedly recovered the bullet, the shell casings, and the gun. While they were investigating, the owner of a business next door to Cox's apartment told deputies Cox came into the business about a month ago and said the victim and witness were being very loud, according to the complaint. Cox allegedly said she thought the witness may be assaulting the victim, and Cox was going to figure out a way to take out the witness. Deputies arrested Cox and took her to the Winona County Jail, where she still remains on $500,000 bond. She's probably not getting out on bond. A judge ordered Cox to undergo an evaluation to determine if she is competent enough to go forward with the criminal case. Her next court date is scheduled for Thursday.
That is fucking Jesus fuck.
I wonder if the son knew about some of the unhinged things she said.
He should have taken her for a fucking check. And if he knew that she was that sort of mentally unwell, why the hell didn't he take all the guns out of the house? What the fuck?
Because these gun nuts do not care about mental illness. They don't even count it. My rights shall not be infringed is their motto. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're surrounded by lunatics. It doesn't matter if their mother is a raving Bible lunatic. It doesn't matter.
She's just hurt innocent people though, so it should matter to them. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't matter, and they don't care about anything as long as it doesn't personally affect them.
Keep mom in jail and throw the key away. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And the same goes with these men. Fuck them all. Put them all in jail. Do not let them out. I'm sorry. You do not rehabilitate that.
No, you can't.
It's not like these people were out of their mind and spazzed out on drugs. It's not like they were completely incapacitated. They were, I'm sorry, of sound mind. Get them off the streets. Keep them in jail. By the way, this war on trans women, this motherfucker is getting out in 18 years after stabbing his wife.
He deserves life in prison. Life in prison, no parole. Everybody has the right to exist, except him.
And this motherfucker could possibly get out early.
Nope, he doesn't deserve to get out.
Well, that's all the bad news I have. Do you have anything for us?
Just I wish more people would stick up for other human beings.
When women tell you they're being targeted, maybe it's time we fucking believe them. the first time.
Yeah.
When women
Mm-hmm.
say, "Hey, we are in an epidemic of in what is the word I'm looking for? Um, it's
Misogyny.
it's the homicide of women. It's an epidemic where women are actually being targeted. I can't remember the actual name of it, but women are actually being killed in record numbers worldwide. It doesn't matter whether it's in Europe, whether it's in
Yeah.
South America, North America, Asia. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. They're telling us that there's a major problem, that there's they're being targeted. Men who feel they have a right to women's bodies and women's spaces, and they're taking women out. By the way, this isn't the LGBTQ community that's doing this. This are cis heterosexuals that are doing this.
Yeah. Conservative,
This is not a drag
cis,
queen.
white,
This is not a yeah.
heterosexuals.
This is not a
To
drag
be
queen.
exact. No, it's not.
The bear is safer. Not a single drag queen. Nobody from the LGBTQ
These,
community. I'll bet you this motherfucker
these,
who pulled out a gun in rage, he felt so aggrieved that he had the right to pull a gun and fire it because he was cut off in traffic because somebody didn't pull out, didn't pull over to the side and let him pass, whatever the fuck. He feels he has the right to pull his firearm. I guarantee you he has some thoughts about the LGBTQ community. I'll bet you
the
any money.
LGBTQ community is not the problem.
Oh yeah. You know it, I know it. And
No,
I'll bet you
I know
this
that.
same motherfucker would say, "Oh, the LGBTQ community is it's a pox on this country and this and that and it's terrible and it's ruining our youth and blah 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 blah." And this motherfucker kills a mother of a 4-year-old.
Oh, I can't remember the name of that pastor that got arrested 2 weeks ago for indecently assaulting children in the church. It is not trans people, it is not drag queens, it is not anybody in the LGBT community. It is conservative white cis men that are going around hurting people. They are practicing what they are preaching not to do.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, and maybe that should be one of our next stories we talk about. There's just so much. I mean, I want to talk
There
about
is.
the black lawmaker in Texas who's been kidnapped, held against her will. That's going to be our next story coming up
I was watching
tomorrow.
that earlier. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
we're going to talk about it.
Moral of the story is go stalk conservative cis white men because they're causing more harm. Stop policing bathrooms. People only want to pee. Let people pee in peace, for fuck's sake.
Absolutely.
Our trans sisters and brothers are not doing anything wrong. We just peeing in peace. Leave people pee in peace. Leave them pee in peace, for fuck's sake.
Absolutely. If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting us, support the show. We need your help. You can support us on Cash App, Venmo, Patreon. Okay? And you can find us on all the social media apps: YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, and Substack. Links will be in the description. Thank you so much for joining us.
And if you're really dedicated, you could also find us on Twitter.
Did I not say that?
I think you might have.
It's not on here.
Today.
Nope, you're right.
Ah,
I did not put it on here.
I didn't think so.
Damn it. I swear, every time I make a new sheet, one of them is missing. One of them is missing.
It is okay. It is okay. So for our viewers, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and we love hearing your comments in the comment section. We will have
Yes.
to when we see them.
See you on the next video.
Bye.